Where?
Well, your microphone's in there. Go now.
What?
We're good. We're not.
Oh, she gave me a double. Woo! Woo! Hey, everybody. It's Friday. Minnie, I'm good?
Yes.
Okay.
And apparently I'm not turned down.
It's okay.
I am not.
You don't listen to me.
No. I'm a woman.
Oh, that's why you're my work wife. Okay, everybody. It is Friday. It's a little after 12 because Christine was late. Now Christine's got to turn down the phone. You ladies don't listen to me.
I thought it was. I'm sorry.
Okay, so it's episode. Are we really on?
Yes.
Okay, this is episode 216 of Festool Live. Minnie, can you believe we've been doing this since April 9th of 2020?
Wow, that's a lot of years.
It is.
Nice.
It is. Okay, let's introduce the room. Right over here, we have Christine. Woo! The waver. Over here, we have Chris behind the camera. You can't see him. He does exist. His name is the Unit Cybert.
Nice.
Mr. PTO.
Starting at 1.
All right. Did that come across?
Yeah.
Starting at 1 o'clock. We got to hurry, hurry, hurry. Over on the board, she's really not bored. She's writing a mile a minute. We're actually printing. It's Minnie Gleb. Woohoo!
Did you see your earrings, Sedge?
I know, they're real purty. I'm going to get you a pair, Unit. All right. And on the line, we have Brent Shively from the Build series on YouTube. You got to check it out. Okay? All right. So, what did I forget? Nothing. So let's get into the meat of this. We get this question all the time. I got a track saw. Do I need a CSC 50? My answer is,
Yes.
but of course. Okay, so the people want to know the differences, what they have in common. And it's three things in my eyes. Okay, it's capacity, it's control, and it's application. So hear me out on this. Once again, I came in this morning after working for the last day and a half, and I said, wow, I have too much planned. I went to Minnie, and I said, wow, this is going to be a 4-hour episode.
Did you ask Brent?
Yes, I did. He said, don't worry about it. Just go for it. So I bet you would actually hang in there for 4 hours, go have a coffee or a beer, come back and watch. No, I had to dilute it. So there's a lot of stuff. I won't cover it, but you can look down below all the episodes that Chris has diligently put in there on the CSC 50, hopefully, and the TS60.
I gotta do that still.
You still got to do that?
I still gotta do that. It's coming out.
It's coming out, so pay attention. All right. So I'll start off what they have in common. They both have the same blade size, 168 millimeter. They're interchangeable, and they're interchangeable with the CSC 50, but also the TS60 and the TSV 60, which I don't have out here. So the name of the episode is Tracksaw versus CSC. And I wanted to start really simple and say it's control. And hear me out on this. My whole life I grew up working on a table saw. Okay? And you would take the piece to the saw. And the control basically relied on you and your skill in guiding the piece through a table saw. I'm not talking about capacity yet. I'm talking about the control that you have. Where now with the track saw, I could take the material, just lay it down there, not have to mess with it, and I could take the saw, and guess what? The control is taken care of because the track guides you. And hopefully that made sense because I can gain extreme accuracy with this saw. Where I can, after many, repetitions through a table saw and gaining the skill level. All right, and that's really important. Where I could put somebody, teach them probably in 15, 20 minutes how to use a track saw, and next thing you know, they're getting cuts like a skilled table saw mechanic within 15 to 20 minutes. So the control is taken away, and you have more control, I believe, with a track saw. Hopefully that came across. Now, here's what I'll ask you. How much does a piece of plywood weigh? Okay, a typical cabinet grade plywood, I looked it up and I Googled it, and a typical piece of plywood is between 60 and 70 pounds. Sometimes it's more. It all depends on the core. But a regular, typical plywood with a good, solid core hardwood is about 70 pounds. Why are you shaking your head?
Because that's a lot of weight.
It is, okay? And there's a lot of control factors with that, where usually you have in front, and it's going to go with capacity too, you have something to balance it, or you're grabbing it like this, lifting it up, and you got to guide it through there, and you waver with it. Okay, and you have to have outfeed, not just this outfeed on the CSC stand, but more outfeed, especially over an 8-foot rip. Okay, where I just take a piece of plywood, I put it on the STM, and I just grab my guide rail, I put it on there, and the TS60, which I'm going to use today, is 10.5 pounds. So it's a lot less back-breaking than it is with a table saw. So right away you're going, then why are you talking about a table saw? You'll see in a little while, okay? This is a job site saw. And I say that, but I know I have friends who actually use it alongside their regular table saw because of the accuracy of it, because of the digital readout or the angles. I'll get into that in a little while. Okay, now I'm gonna bring out an application really quick. This is not to rip full sheets of plywood, period. Your capacity on this is 280 millimeters or 11 inches. I just switched out my scale because I was really confused. I've been using Imperial, but there's a part that I sourced from Repair this week that's the metric one, and I finally did it after a couple of years. And I calibrated it, and it makes my job a lot easier. But yes, the capacity is 11 inches on this. So what if I have to break down sheet goods for cabinets that are 12 inches, 13 inches of depth, and base cabinets? That's where we always coach people, get a track saw with the parallel edge guides, the FS guides. That was a whole episode we had early on, okay? And you can break down sheet goods and then take the narrower pieces to the CSC on the job site. In other words, I'm going to show you how to rip a filler strip. I'm going to show you how to rip a quick bevel on this. It's super easy. I'm going to rip a tongue off a piece of flooring. That's what this is designed for. It's not designed to build cabinetry. Okay, but boy, the accuracy you gain with this one on the job site and the portability of it and the dust extraction on it, it's phenomenal. Okay, so here's an application that you cannot do on this. I need to rip thin strips off a piece of hardwood or a piece of plywood, okay, for bent lamination. Well, guess what? Your track saw still is I just set this up. I wanted to save some time on more applications, but I'm gonna rip a 2mm rip off this piece of plywood. Say this is a piece of hardwood, okay? And I'm doing bent lamination. I can do it consecutively. I really can't do it on that saw. Okay, I can, but it's super dangerous, a 2mm rip. So I'm just gonna hook this up real quick and make the cut. Oh, man. Unit, where you going this weekend?
Louisville.
Louisville, he said it right, Louisville. Nice. Christine, what do you got planned for the weekend? Anything?
Rage cleaning the house.
Nice. What was that? Cleaning your house?
Rage cleaning the house.
Rage cleaning your house. Minnie, what do you got going on?
Well, breakfast with the ladies.
Nice. Huh. Okay, so when you're using oh, geez, some criminy. Whew. So when you're using a track saw, one of the things I always like to teach people, and here's a little bit of technique, okay? I always check to see I'm forward of the cut, okay? And then when I'm cutting, and hopefully, Christine, please tell me you can hear me as I'm going through this. Can you still hear me? Okay. You see how I get behind the saw? I don't cut like this. I get behind the saw here, and I make the cut. Look at the dust extraction. It's exceptional. Okay, and that's 2mm from end to end. That's accuracy, and I didn't break a sweat. I didn't have to lift that 70-pound piece of plywood to a table saw. Okay, and if you wanted accuracy, and you got a, what if you have a larger table saw in your shop though, and you can bring it all the way out, that 48 inches, and you got to knock out a couple of millimeters off of there. You could do it, but you have to do a stop here, okay, and you have to bring this all the way out. And how complicated that can be to rip those, you have to be extremely skilled at using a table saw, because as you're going through it, you can get wavers, or you can waver through it. Where a track saw, it is because you are taking the saw to the material, and you get perfect uniformity. Is that a word, uniformity? Okay, uniformity through the whole piece. Chris, you're gonna have to look that up. because I'm not making it up. I got it from the okay from Christine. Okay, so hopefully you understand it is a lot simpler to use a track saw. And if I look at the footprint here, here's more about capacity. This is all I need outside my garage, inside my garage shop, okay, or on the job site. I can break down sheet goods, and it is unlimited in capacity. Okay, you're going to get in depth of cut with this TS60, you're going to get 62 millimeters of depth, which is 2 7/16 inches. You know how I know? Because I have it written here. Okay, now at 45 on the TS60, at 45 degrees, you can get 34 millimeters, which is an inch and 5/16 roughly. It's actually 11/32, but it's 5/16. Now, the CSC, when I have it all the way maxed out, come over here, unit, so you can see this. I'm going to hit this button here, and I'm going to bring it up to max, and I'm going to bring it all the way to 50 millimeters. It's actually roughly 48 millimeters, but I can bring it up to 50, okay? And at 45, you get 1 3/4 inches. It's just the way the trunnion works below that you lose a few millimeters versus the TS60 track saw, okay? Now, here is an application where I truly believe that the CSC is superior. I'm out on a job site, I'm doing flooring. I need to rip this tongue off of my flooring. This unit, this is from your house, isn't it?
I don't think.
I think, is that yours?
No, I think I took my piece back home.
Oh, okay. I wonder where we got this. Okay.
It's nice though.
It's not bad, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to measure this out. And this, I'm going to rip this down, and I'm going to rip it at 225. 125. So I'll set this. I'm going to rip that tongue off. Easy enough. Okay. Now, can I do this with a track saw? Yes, but because it's narrower than the track, I have to have multiple pieces to rip it off. Where now, I'm trying to do this for a living, I can just walk up to this. I'm going to bring this down here. I'm just going to bring this down because this isn't that thick. I'll bring it down to 25 millimeters. Okay, I'm going to turn it on. Now, this cord here is for that dust extractor. I'm completely 100% portable. I have my CSC MIDI hooked to this. So I'm on a job site, I don't have electricity. I don't need it. I'm completely 100% portable. And of course, look, push stick is right there. Okay? Absolutely perfect. And the dust extraction is exceptional. So I can rip that down. I can rip narrow pieces with it. Okay? What if I have baseboard and I need to back bevel this? Okay? Because I'm going to bring it down and actually scribe it to the floor. Okay? I know a lot of people who, trim guys who don't do that, but it's I believe sometimes it's a lost art. And that's pretty simple because this is where this really, really shines. Okay? This is, say, let's just got my prime on here, and I got my first coat of paint on here, and I need to back bevel that, okay? The beauty of the CSC, when I take it like this, I can go all the way to -10, okay? And that way there, on other table saws, I would have to flip this over to do it because of it doesn't go to the negative, it goes to the positive toward the fence. And guess what I have to do? I will scratch up my finish. Okay, same thing with a filler strip. So I'm just gonna turn this on. What? It fell off. Wow. Thank you, Christine. You're the best. There we go. So I'll just take that and I can get my scribe on this. As long as I set my fence correctly. And also right here, just a quick eyeball, that's my center line. So I really don't have to measure. I can come in and just grab it just like this, lock it in, and get my back bevel. Or as I call it, my scribe bevel. And I would just take that and just take my scribe, okay, lay it out, and then however you do that, whether with a Carvex, I use a Collins coping foot, or you can actually do it with a sander. I like also using the Rotex with the hard pad, and it works fantastic. I get scribed right to the line. Okay, so that's a couple of things right there for applications where each one shines. All right, now, here's one that somebody may say, oh, that's not true. I can plunge cut with my table saw. Yeah, you can, and I have in the past, but it's not safe. All right, I'm gonna set this up. Okay, so let's set up a plunge cut with a track saw. Oh, that felt good. Okay, so I want to plunge accurately and emphasis safely from this point to this point. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'll show you how to set up the track saw for this. What I always do when I plunge cut is I use clamps if I have the ability to, or if it's on a floor, I use the Gecko, the suction cup system. Is this live or pre-recorded?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Never mind. Okay. Okay, now, there's a couple other things that are safety on this. One, make sure it's unplugged when you're doing your setup. Okay? Over here, Christopher. Okay. I am going to take the saw, and I have a couple of layout lines on this machine that I want to make sure everybody sees. I'm going to take this and bring it, and these layout lines that I'm going to show you only come into play when I'm in the full plunge position. Okay? Now, here's the first one, and you'll see it. Okay, see it right here? Christine, is that coming through? Right there, this line right here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a quick square for layout because of parallax with my eyes. So I want to bring it right down. There's my line right here. And oh wow, I guess I did line that up pretty good with my eyes. Now, I'm not going to sit here and when I plunge, look at it. I want to set it up. These are called limit stops. You've seen me use them to what? Give you that 6mm offset when I'm straight line ripping the bad edge off. This is what it's actually for. you're going to see there's a little lip on here. Come over here, Chris, please. And right here on this magnesium aluminum base, that's what captures it so it doesn't raise up. All right, so I'm going to reset this because I was moving it all around. It's all got all cattywampus on me. I'll bring it right in like this. I guess I don't have to be this accurate, but it's kind of fun. Okay, and I'm going to lock the limit stop in. And then I'm going to bring it over here, and you're going to notice this is a lot easier. Hopefully you can see this, Chris. See it right here? I'm going to bring it right down, but it's also, I don't think you can see it, right here on this window is a little mark right here, and I'm going to bring that right down here, like that, okay? Cool? So what I can do is I can take another limit stop and bring it right in, right in there. Excuse me. Thank you very much. Okay, now. Oh, you know what?
There's no excuse for you?
No, there is an excuse. Watch, Minnie. Yes, there is, Minnie. Watch. It was that extra dust that's floating around.
Oh, yes.
So I'm going to use the CSC air and I'm going to turn it down one notch into low. Christine, is that coming through bad or good? It's fine? Okay. Don't forget to get your CSC air. All right.
Feel the difference.
You can, don't you, Minnie?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay. Me too. Okay, so I'm going to lock that on, and I think I have everything set. Now, this is a learned lesson. I'm plunging at full depth. What's the first thing I should check? If there's anything I'm going to cut underneath. No. Okay, good. Ask me how I know. Okay. Now, when you started at full speed, you're not getting that on camera, are you? Chris is going like this. He's going, Sedge, plug it in, Sedge. I was going, what the heck's he doing? Thanks, pal. You're the best. Full speed, then you plunge. Come over here, Chris. Look at that. Absolutely perfect. Cool? So there you go. Now, I don't want to take that CSC and plunge it, do I? So I will tell you right now, I have seen this, I have done this, and please don't do it because some of you pros out there are going, oh, I can plunge with my table saw. It is so dangerous. You have to take the guard off, you have to take the splitter off, a riving knife, and you have point to point, you drop it, and then you bring it and you lift it off. I know somebody used to make doors like that. It's extremely dangerous. We have it dialed in with a track saw, so it's super safe. Okay? So there you go. Now, there's another application that I believe you cannot do with the table saw, the CSC, and the track saw shines. Okay? This is your fence. Yes, you have the ability with the sliding table to do angled cuts, but not long bevel cuts. Okay? So sometimes you have to create a taper because walls are out. And to do that, that's where a track saw still shines. Okay? So if I was going from point A to point B, okay, and I want to take, and it has a taper to it, okay? I'll just come over here and make a mark here. So I'm going to go from this point, see that right there? Okay, follow me over here, Mr. Unit, to this point, okay? The fence won't, I can't do it with a typical fence because I can't run, because the fence runs parallel. But I can take that, move it here, and move it here. And this is the beauty of this splinter guard. Okay, I'm just gonna move it over here now, move it back. Wherever I lay this, whether I'm cutting at 90 or a bevel, hot dog. Okay, and I'm gonna cut a 15-degree bevel on here. See that right there? See that cursor? I'm gonna take it like that. All right, and I'm just gonna come over here and bring it right back to that line. It's a little back and forth because I don't want to clamp it. Now, here's the other technique I'm going to show you. Come over here, Chris. Chris and I were shooting video this week, and one of the things I'm really adamant about is when I usually just use this left-handed like this, okay? But when I'm cutting a bevel, that's at 90. When I'm cutting a bevel, this has a tendency to walk a little. Okay, so when I'm cutting a bevel, my hand goes on the base. It's that simple. Whoa! And double check so you don't cut those struts like Chris pointed out the other day. Did you catch that? And look at that. Look at that. A bevel taper. Very hard to do. Very hard to do. Okay. So, let me look, Min. Yep, go for it. Wow, we get a lot of people, huh?
Yes.
Okay. So here is something that I think is one of the underrated features of the CSC. It's control. I've talked about it a lot with the Capex when you're cutting angles and bevels. Okay? And it's about movement and using hold downs. Well, the beauty of, let me just set this up properly so everybody can see this. And hopefully you'll understand what I'm getting at. Here's the miter unit. It's super accurate. It slides in here. Let me move this back so I don't cut this again. Okay, and it locks in here with this tab here. Okay, and what if I'm cutting something at a 90 like this? Okay, no big deal because what? That blade is holding in pressure and I'm holding it like this. But as soon as I do this, right, I'm gonna get the fence out of here real quick, Chris. But as soon as I start putting pressure here, what happens because of the angles, it wants to push the cut. Well, what a lot of people don't realize about this saw, okay, is I can take this and bring it right in here and do what? Lock it in. So now I've taken myself out of it, and I'm going to get back to how I started. It's all about control and maintaining proper pressure on things. Okay, now let's do this. Let's have some fun. I'm going to raise this up a little. Oh, wait a minute. I may have a preset in here. Hang on. What's my presets? Oh, this might be cool. See these presets right here? I'm actually going to do a 14 degree, and I'm going to hold this in for that preset so it resets itself. Let's see. Oh, I'm not. Come on. Okay, I'm going to close that out. Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to bring it to that preset that I wanted right there. Oh, nope, that's the one I have it on. Sorry, everybody. I'm getting a little cattywampus. I'm going to take it to 30.5 minus 10. So if I hold that in, it brings me right to the setting I want. But you know what? Because of this part of the molding, I want it a little bit higher. So I'm going to take that and bring it up, okay, at minus 10. And that should give it to me. Okay, let's see where I'm at. Okay, oh, that's all I can go at minus 10, so I'm gonna go a little bit past that. Let's see if I can get that. There we go. I'm gonna take it, so I'm back beveling this. I'm gonna take it and go 22.5. See how I hold it in and it'll go to 0.5? Did you catch that? Okay, and I'm going to raise it up a little bit more. Yeah, come over here. Let's get over here so you can see this. So I'm going to take this out of whack, and I'm going to take it to 17, and then I'm going to hit this, right? And when I press it and I hold it, and you see how I can take it like that? So what I want to do is take it, what I said before, 22.5. I'm going to take it and move it to 22. Hold that, 0.5. That's how accurate the saw is. Okay, and I got my right height. Now it's all about control. I'm going to turn it on. And look at that cut. Absolutely perfect. Look at that, perfect. So that's the accuracy, and I have friends with big saws in their shop. They actually have this next to it for small, intricate cuts. Hopefully that came across about capacity, control, and application, where you're going to use it. Now, a lot of you folks out there who possibly have this, you say, oh, Sedge, you didn't talk about the Sedge, you didn't talk about that. There's so much I could talk about these two, but I am always pressed with questions. Hey, should I get a tracksaw? Should I get the CSC? Can I build cabinets with a CSC? What will a CSC do versus a TS? Hopefully I've covered enough to guide you through that right decision if you're looking at either or. I always say, as we always say here, you kind of need both. If you're building cabinetry, that's the way to go. If you're installing cabinetry, this is the way to go. Okay? So hopefully, and this is the perfect job site saw, hands down. Okay, I'm going to turn off. I think I filtered out the air. I haven't sneezed. Have you, Minnie?
Yes, sir.
We're doing good?
Yes, sir.
All right. Hey, that's not bad. I boiled 4 hours down to a half hour. Okay, you owe me $5 unit. I'm going to get you on the road early. All right, there it is. Perfect. Which side did you do first? This side? You should see Unit's face. He's losing it because he knows what I'm doing. Okay, everybody, it's Andrew from Mommy, Chris from Minneapolis. You're in Minneapolis?
Yep, I got a clone.
We have Michelle from Paris, Rob from South Devon, England, Rob from Minson, New Jersey, Big Island Ed, Doug from Zionsville, Rick from sunny Blackpool, UK, Tim from Houston, Texas, Joe from Waseca, Illinois, Oliver from Southern California, Leo from Holland, Dale from Swadelincote, England, Michael from Edmonton, Alberta, Stefan from Augsburg, Germany. Woo! Get anybody?
Okay.
I'm back? Okay. Where did I leave off? Stefan from Augsburg, Germany?
Yes.
Okay, we have Petri from Jolarvi, Finland, Jason and Yana from Granite Falls, Washington, Enrique from Atlanta, Georgia, Terry from Salt Lake City, Utah, Captain Kirk from Marietta, Georgia, Leslie from North Carolina, Mark from Anaheim, California, Jeff from Columbia, Tennessee, Stevie Z from Sweden, Bermuda Steve, Fish and Doogie from Lancaster, PA. Do you think it's the weather?
Try now.
Whether I should continue? She takes a week off, and look what happens. No, that's the beauty of live. It's always YouTube. It always freezes. Okay, hey, we have Woodcraft Dayton. Hopefully I covered you. We have Robert from Landrum, South Carolina. Tom and Kelly, thank you. You're always with us from Eatonton, Georgia. Norman from Fallbrook, California. Kurt from Vaca and Bon Air, the Caribbean.
Vacation?
Vacation in Bon Air, the Caribbean. Is it Caribbean or Caribbean? How do you say it?
It's both.
No, how do you say it?
It depends.
Okay, I don't wear them. Go ahead.
Caribbean.
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 Me too, Caribbean. But sometimes I say Caribbean like Christine. Okay, never mind. Okay, we have Des from Harrogate, England, Jason from Fenton, Michigan, Jacob from Rhode Island, David from Shanghai, woo! Johnny from Hoffman Estates, Illinois, Willie Spartrition, Woodcraft, Springfield, that's Mac. We have Warren from Batavia, Ohio. It's Brian St. John Moss from the Bahamas. How you doing, brother? You know what? I wish he could be here.
I do too.
He is the coolest dude on the planet.
So you have said.
I've known him forever. Okay, we have, oh my God, it's him. He is here. It's Dirk from Dayton. Woo! We have TWN, WM Free, and Lowworth from North Wales. Have a pint for me. We have the Maestro from London, Canada. Daniel from South Carolina. Jeff from Clarksburg, Maryland. Mark from Loyal Heights, Seattle, Washington. John from West Fairleigh, Vermont. Kenneth from Oak Park, Illinois. Okay, we have Yuzu from Paramaribo, Suriname. Oronzo from Mississauga, Ontario. Paul from Reading, Berkshire, UK. Mac from Newark, Ohio. Tim from Livingston, New Jersey. Klaus from Denmark. Paul, Cheryl, and Sam from Anthem, Arizona. Cool. We have David from Israel. Mike P. from Oahu. Fasadad. We have Richard from Guelph, the other Warren from Caldwell, Ohio, Jamie from Nashville, Indiana, Merlin from Walla Walla, Washington. Hey, you know it's in Nashville, Indiana now? Moontown Brewing.
Ooh.
They got a tap house. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Woo, have one for me, Jamie. Merlin from Walla Walla, Washington. We have Stevie I from Beers with the Boys. What's Mr. Idarola? We have Give. How are you? From Shaker Heights, Ohio. We have Dick from Katy, Texas. Blake Novato from California. Joe from Bellevue, Nebraska. Frank from Downless Grove, Illinois. Steve from Louisville, Kentucky. Hey, I know someone going to Louisville. Mike from LA, California. Apo, Aka, Finland. RW, North Georgia. RW from North Georgia. It's the first time live. How you doing, RW?
Hey.
M3C plus D, Portage, Indiana. Excellent. David K. from St. Charles, Missouri. Second time on live. Woo! Thank you, David. We have Mark from Krimpen Anderlecht, the Netherlands. Michael from Livingston, Scotland. Dean from Arizona, Kingman, Arizona. We have Gail from Eden, New Jersey. I'm making you earn your wages today, unit. We have Greg from northern Minnesota. Jim from Imlay City, Michigan. Mr. Huckster! Russ, how you doing from Chichester? What's up, brother? Eric from Huntsville, Alabama. Durango Pat from Durango, Colorado. Dave and Gwen! How are you guys? Welcome. First time here? Hey, you guys been to West Virginia? That's a pretty cool place.
It is.
They're from West Virginia. How you guys doing? All right, Michael from north of Germany. Jerry G! How are you, Jerry from Sugar Grove, Illinois? John from Crestwood, Kentucky. You guys are beautiful. You all got your S's. We have Ken K from Granite Bay, California. George from Tallinn, Estonia. Greg from Whitestown. Woo! We have Fifi from Slovenia. Corey from Canada. Hey, that's got a rhyme to it. Corey from Canada. All right. We have Ryan from Overland Park, Kansas. Pineapple BBK. Pineapple BB, is that K or Q?
It's a Q, BBQ and woodworking.
Pineapple BBQ and woodworking from Florida.
They're in Space Center.
Space
City.
Florida. I've been in this space my whole life.
I believe.
All right, we have Daniel from Baratwell, Switzerland. Why are you laughing, Unit? Why are you laughing? I don't feel the love today. We have Saragon from Laguna Niguel, California. John from Denver, Colorado. Leonard from Southern Illinois. J. Bear from Naples, Florida. Eric from Quilican, Sonora, Mexico. Philippe from France. Joe, my main man, Joe from Akron, Heights Woodworking Designs, that's the Gov. That's the governor. He's over in England. The Gov. We have Bill from Upper Peninsula, Michigan. I got that right, Minnie? It's UP, baby, Upper Peninsula. It's here's the mitten. No, here's the mitten, and it's up here. UP. You're losing it, unit. Michael from the Splinters from Newport, Rhode Island. That's my main man, Michael Shea. Dude, you rock, bro. We have Jurgen now in Trabzon, Turkey. He's on vacation.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, man.
Delph was going to do without him.
Wow, Terrebonne's close to Louisville, isn't it?
Okay.
Okay. Marvin Martin from Holland, Michigan. Tom from Hastings, Minnesota. Tim from the Netherlands. Soren from Denmark. Arno Coffee hanging in Baltimore. Yo. And we have R. Just R. Is it begin with R and you can't spell it, man? Or is it just R?
No, it's
R.
literally just R.
Hey, that reminds me. What is the favorite movie of pirates? The ones that are rated R. And that's, no? Rated R. Okay, that's R from Vienna, Austria. Hey, is anybody still watching? I got tons of dad jokes. Never mind.
You're at 127.
No kid, I'm so sorry. Arr, for any pirates out there, I hope I didn't offend you. Arr. Okay, everybody. That's it. And then he goes, oh.
Until next Friday.
Hey, can't wait for next Friday. Can't wait for you to be with us. We love you. Thank you. You're the community. We do it for you. And we do it for everybody still watching. And I can't tell you how many people have come up to me. I wish the whole crew could be with me on the road because they all want to meet you. Brent, thank you as always. It's just really cool because you come up to me and say, hey, I learned a lot from your Festool Lives, and we really appreciate it. It's a whole team effort here. So thank you very much. Can't wait for next week. We got a lot planned for it, right, Chris?
Yep.
And guess what's happening in May? New products. Yeah, baby! And we also have, in June, we have a build-off coming up. And there's going to be some on-the-road stuff this fall. It's going to be kind of fun. So, hey, everybody. Love you. Have a great weekend. It's beautiful, rainy weather here in Indiana. And can't wait. This weekend's supposed to be nice, isn't it?
I hope so.
I hope so, too, man. Ho-ho. All right. Hey, Chris, you're not going to see much of the outside, are you? All right. Miss Bachelor Party, excuse me. Okay, everybody, have a great weekend. That's a wrap. Bachelor Party.